Welcome back to the D Struggles YouTube channel, where we like to take stuff that has no purpose anymore and repurpose it into something that has a purpose. Oh to the yeah. Well, since I cut my trunk open like a tuna can so I can access my fuel pump, since then I've been trying to decide what to use to make a hatch door. So the one idea that I got to make a hatch door, I seen on YouTube. A guy went to a pick and pull and he found another F-body and he overcut on each side, going down a little further and back a little further, and he used that to make his hatch door. This way, when it opened and closed, it would fit nicely in these grooves, just like if you were to put, like 2 cups together or something, and they slide together perfectly. So that hatch that he cut out would fit perfectly in these grooves and in this one, and yeah, it was nice. But for me to do that, it would cost me $20 just to go to the pick and pull and back. On top of that, I would have to buy me a battery operated angle grinder, which is another like 50 bucks from Harbor Freight. And yeah, my time. It would take me probably, a half a day to go out there, do all that, and then just to cut the panel out and then bring it back here. So that was one option. But I'm not trying to spend $70, just to go cut a panel out and then just have that in the end. So then I went online and looked up hatch doors for fuel pumps, and I came across this. Pretty much I just Googled fuel pump hatch door, and I came up with this. You got a $34.99 fuel sender access door. I don't know how big it is. I didn't click in to look, but then you got this other one here, gas fuel tank accessory bed. I guess door you can put in the bed of your truck. 38 bucks from eBay, and you guys know eBay is my favorite place to buy stuff from. Yeah, I'm still at spending $40 and then having to wait. So I was actually on Facebook or Instagram, I can't even remember which one it was, but I was inspired. I seen somebody, they took an electrical panel and used that as their hatch door. Since I already have an electrical panel theme going on in my trunk, now this one was actually a door for an electrical meter panel that my friend had gave me. You can see me install that on my battery relocation video if you want to check that out. So on this one, we're going to be taking this electrical panel, this old electrical panel that I've had laying in the basement garage over here for quite a while, and we're going to be repurposing it as our fuel pump hatch door in the back of Betsy over here. So you got to do a little customization to get her on here, but we're going to get her done. Now it's cutting time. I got me some measuring apparatuses and a magic marker. So I'm gonna throw some marks on here and we're gonna start trimming it up. I also got to trim out this inside piece. We got these 4 edge pieces cut off that were sticking up, so we can lay this flat. Next we got to do is cut the inner piece out right here. So I'm pretty much going to do the same thing I did. How I got those off is just run this alongside each way and cut her out. This way it lays nice and flat in the back. Bada bang, bada boom. I cleaned up all my edges so I wouldn't get cut. So let's go lay this on here and see what it looks like. All right, what do you think so far? It's coming together. I like it. And then it's just bam. There you go. All right, now we're looking at it, and yeah, we got to trim this back probably to about where this line is, where the door sits in this notch. So we're probably going to cut right back up to that. And the only other cut we got to make is this piece. We got to cut that back to here. And then we got to figure out how to mount it. But I took these snips here, and I had a piece of aluminum sheet metal I cut a circle out so I can seal off the gas tank with this locking ring without the fuel pump in there. Alright, let's see how this works. Alright, heck yeah. Yeah, so that should be sufficient enough to hold back any metal particles or anything, so I don't have to worry about that. Now we can cut the flapper off. So I got this piece marked. I'm just trimming off a little bit off the top here, and then like I was saying before, on the back we're trimming right up to the edge. I laid myself down a wet t-shirt over the hole just so any of the metal dust or pieces will get stuck to the shirt, not fall into that cavity where the fuel pump sits. We got our custom hatch electrical panel door all trimmed and cleaned up to the way we want it. Lay it down on here. Try to get that evened out. Yeah, it looks pretty damn good to me. I like it. I'm so appreciative that that guy posted that picture on social media. I mean, it was like a meme, I'm pretty sure, but it was a serious meme. That's it. Now I just got to figure out a way on how I'm going to mount it. My next step is I got to notch out this spot right here. This way I can get this my upgraded fuel pump wiring in there, because that's how I'm going to have it ran in, snuck under there. So yeah, I already got 2 lines here. Just got to cut down and then bend that in. Got that notch cut. So I'll lay this wiring in here. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I think I like it a little too much. I'll take my file right here and we're gonna go ahead and file all the rough edges down this way. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that wire going through here getting cut, and I'm also gonna file down the rough edges along here because I never did originally when I cut this, just so if I ever open this, you know, I don't snag my finger on it and cut my finger. So I got done cleaning up the edges with this file over here, and put the fuel pump back in, reconnected all the wires. But before I did that, I put some rubber protection around this notched out area I did. I actually used a piece of, I don't even know what this stuff's called, but it's from my fender flares that I put on my Dodge Ram. So it worked perfect to protect the wiring here from getting cut. Also had to notch out these 3 spots, 2 for the hinges on the one side and 1 for the latch on the other side. And yeah, I've been thinking on how I wanted to mount this, whether I was gonna spot tack it down real quick with the welder, but I think I'm gonna take the chance with the drill. And because on this side I can put my hand under here and I feel I got plenty of room to get over to where I got these marks. This side is literally, you can see the tank is bottomed out on this notch, but there should be a slight gap just beyond the notch I'm hoping for. So I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to drill real softly just to get through, and then I'm going to stick something in the holes to make sure I got the room in there. So that's pretty much where I'm at now. Put 7 holes, 3 on this side, 1 in this flap thing, and then 3 on that side. Over here, I really couldn't put any holes because of the way I cut this. Yeah, I got the edge right there. I was thinking about it, I should have actually, after, you know, you think about these things after you cut stuff, but yeah, I was thinking about it, and I should have gapped out here on this plate and then have this overhang and then bent it down to this curvature here, and then I could have riveted it to here. This way I would have that strength. But it is what it is. But yeah, all the holes went well. I drilled them all, and yeah, there's a little gap in between the tank and these holes, so awesome. Everything worked out. So now I'm going to rivet her down. Oh yeah, and there's the finished product. I think it looks pretty damn good. Yeah, I cut all the way up to where this line is on each side. I'm sure you guys noticed that. So I just took some of this aluminum foil tape that I got for the ductwork, and I just sealed it off with that for now. Eventually I might get some seam sealer and seal that off, and maybe even seal in the groove here where these holes are on either side, right in there. But for now, it's perfect. I think it's great. Everything worked out. And I don't see this being any different than one of those doors that you can, you know, buy off of a website or off of eBay or whatever. It's the same concept pretty much. You know, it's just a metal flap door. But yeah, I definitely didn't want to tack weld it on because I was thinking, what if I need to get it off one day? So at least with these rivets, you know, I can just drill them out and pop them through, and I can pull this all back off if I need to one day. I think it came out great. I think it's perfect. Now I can just flap the carpet back over. Everything's nice and flat under it. Nothing's recessed upward. So good job. Good job. Pats on the back. And like always, it's not perfect, but it's good enough. All right, that's it for this one.